Go.
Go, we gotta show
I'm
me
scared.
now.
Oh.
Alright, today I'm going to talk to y'all. It's a persuasive speech, and y'all may think this topic, y'all may not agree or agree, but I favor this topic. It's about living with your one another, your boyfriend or girlfriend, before you're married. I completely favor this on the right terms. So, the first term is, like, how old you are. I started living with my boyfriend when I was 17, 18. But there's kids that are going and moving in when they're 14, 13, 12. Yeah, no. 17 or older, that's about the right age you can move in. But along with that, you have all kinds of different reasons. You get to know each other better. You get to experience what the real world is about. My life, since I've been living with my boyfriend, has changed dramatically. I have my own bills, my insurance bill, my phone bill, and everything. There's so many bills I can't name it. I had to go out and get a job when I was 16 and younger. Never in my world would a job be with me. I was one of those kids that when I asked for it, I got it. If I didn't get it, I had the little hissy fit game and then got it. But now, you can't do that. Because you live, your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, but you can't go out and say, go shopping and say, I want that. He's going to tell you, where's your money? You go get it. I don't have money. Buy it for me. Be a nice boyfriend. He ain't going to do it. He's going to say, go get a job. I have a job, go get a job. And now, I work, and it has opened up my eyes. I'm not making $1,000 a week. I'm not making close to that. But I have a job, and I'm earning it for myself. I'm not clinging on to mommy and daddy's money anymore. Which, that was hard to come off of. And, you have your ups and downs also. Your ups are, you're with the one you love. The downs is you argue. Pretty much a good bit. Because you're with each other so much that even though y'all may have the exact same thing y'all are coming to the point, his view is different from your view. So, if y'all are going grocery shopping and he says, I want to go here first, then here, then here, then here, and you say, well, I want to hit this spot, then here, then here, then here, either way, y'all are going in the same place, it's just in a different order, and you will argue about it. It's the littlest things that you argue about. And that's what draws you more close together. Yes, now when you're young, you have your boyfriends and your girlfriends, and you break up, and then you get a new one, and then you break up, and then you get a new one. And you just break up, go to the side, and go get a new fish in the sea. But when you're living with them, it's not that easy. You can't just say, we're over, and walk out. Because you have your clothes. I brought pots and pans and stuff, so I would have that. I have my cat I brought, so I'd have to take my cat. And I know, that cat doesn't travel, and I hate traveling now. And then on top of that, if I wasn't living with him, I would not have insurance on my car. I guarantee you I wouldn't have a phone bill, and I guarantee you I wouldn't have a job. Living on my own with him opened my eyes more than living with my mom, living with my dad, step-parents, living in a dorm. Going to college, living in a dorm, yes, it would probably save me money in the long run, but it wouldn't have really saved me money, because then you have your books and stuff like that. Then you have to pay your half of the groceries, and it just adds and adds and adds. So it's easier just to go on and live with somebody and split it down the middle, because it's a whole lot easier. You don't need to leave your parents at all, because I left mine and they left me. I I don't communicate with my mom. Like, we don't say hi, we don't say bye, we don't say how are you, anything. We don't say happy Thanksgiving, happy birthday, nothing. My dad is my hero. My dad is my role model. We talk 24/7. Every time I get off of work, I call him. Every time he gets off of work, he calls me. Answering or not, we communicate. He calls me, my birthday, he calls me at midnight and when I was born. And then that night again. Thanksgiving, he calls me midnight when Thanksgiving hits, that afternoon, that night. It's just how we work. But when it comes to my mom, my real mom, we don't communicate. When it comes to my mom now, we're coming to nurse. We happy birthday, Merry Christmas, Thanksgiving. She's my rock, not my real mom. And her husband Eric is also my rock. He may not want to admit it, but he loves me just as much as I love him. And both of them have opened my eyes, and they're my role models. They started living together when they were teenagers. Tori steered me in the right spot. And if she wouldn't have encouraged me to move in with Garrett and open my eyes to the real world, today I would not be standing in front of y'all finishing college. I would most likely be working somewhere or living with somebody I did not want to do or didn't even want to know. And the last thing is blocking out your parents, your friends, your family, anything. You don't need to do that because I have no friends at all. I mean, I have my acquaintances that I talk to every now and again, but I have no friends. The friends I have are what Garrett friends are. And I trust one of them out of all of his friends. And that is the only girl I talk to at all. And I have my friends at work, but I don't have their numbers. The only time I talk to them is at work. They're work friends, and that's it. And when it comes to time that I'm mad and I need to vent or anything, I call Tori. I don't call my mom. I don't call anybody in my family. I call Tori because she just sits there and listens. And she gives me her feedback because she knows what it's like. She's the only person that can communicate with me. And she says, yeah, it's hard. It's life. But she tells me, you'll get through it. I did it, you can do it. And it's just Tori is amazing. And yes, I'm persuading y'all to do it, but don't do it at a young age. Don't do it until you're ready. Don't do it until you can go out on your own and not have to live off mama and daddy anymore. Because I know every one of us in here, including myself, wish we could have all and still could live off of mama and daddy's money and not have to go get a job and do it on our own. Because no kid, no teenager wants to be an adult because it limits your ability to have fun, as some people say. You can't do this, you can't do that because you don't. If you're an adult, you don't have enough money to spend because you have to pay bills, you have to get groceries, you decide to have a family, you have to put money back for that. Christmas, money for that. Birthday, money for that. It's just one thing after another that keeps building up. But I encourage you from now to save up, get a job, anything you can do. That way when it comes to not having, whenever you have to leave and get off of mom and daddy's money, it's nothing to you. So just remember, the right age, make sure you're doing it for the right thing, and do not block your family out at all.